only we have control over our inner being, our inner space, our inner feelings, thoughts. Only we have this control over these parts.
Who wants to control to whom? Today, whole day, sit quiet somewhere and then concentrate on this thought. Contemplate on this thought. Who in me wants to control to whom in me? Is there any need to control? And when we use this word control, then what is my clarity and understanding about me? Is it only just you are playing with your confusions, with your own notions, conceptions? Or is there any something deep reality of life? Before controlling all or not controlling, one must have a conscious clarity of oneself. Who am I? What for I exist? And why I am here on this planet? Then control starts up. I know nothing about me and whom I have to control. In ignorance of oneself, ignorance means without knowing oneself. Ignorance means ignorance means with half knowledge of life. If with half knowledge of life, if I will play with this my nature to control or not control, that is only my game which I am playing with my ignorance, in the darkness of my ignorance, with me. We are living in a world of falsehood where everybody wants to control to everyone. In falsehood, wisdom not exist. So in which system you exist? In which frame you exist? Everybody, because of the influence of the falsehood, controlling to each other. And to whom they are controlling, they even not know why they are controlling. So it is just an impulse which comes through the informations, notions, formations, conceptions, fixed thinking, fixed ideas. The pressure of those fixed programs compelling, forcing to each other to control. And mostly the force which is working behind this is the force of ego. So our ego is the main who is playing this game of control. The idea of life is that how to control the ego. But that is only possible when one will transform or change oneself or rise from this surface level to another level of life, another level of consciousness, then one knows that is there any need to control or not? Control is needed. But before, you must know that what you are.
Swamiji, knowing what we are in the terms of realization or just a conceptual intellectual? Knowing what we are in the terms of realization or more as just a conceptual intellectual aspect?
Yes. Knowing means the growth of awareness. When becomes aware, conscious, I am a conscious being. This is my true identity. I am not a body only, I am not a mind only, I am not a emotions only, I am some conscious light in this human form. I am a conscious being. And this conscious being has to become aware of oneself. Who am I? I am a conscious being, I forget myself. And now, in this process of life, slowly, through the experiences, through the realizations, through the enlightenment, I am becoming aware of myself. So there are many different departments which are helping me to make aware. And the first, our journey starts through the experiences. Then experiences grow our knowledge. Then with the knowledge, life gives us some enlightenment. Then through the enlightenment, sometime one starts feeling some realization. And then after the realization, one reaches to the state where one becomes that. And that's why in the end we say, Soham Tattvamasi, what you are, that I am. But this step by step.
But before arriving to the state of Tattvamasi or identification fully with the highest consciousness, should we control our senses? Should we control our desire of being, or our desires? It's a necessary part of the process.
As soon as one will become aware, it is like suppose you are sitting in the car. This body is a car, is a vehicle. And now you become aware that this is your car. In this vehicle, you have to start your journey. So when you will start your journey, then before the journey, some clarities will come where you want to go. And when this clarity is there, what you want to do, where you want to go, why and what for, all these movements of life, first one has to become aware of the movements of life. Movements. When one starts seeing the movement of oneself, movement, there are so many movements, then your inner advisors, they will immediately become active. Who are your inner advisors? There are many inner advisors. The inner advisor from the mental world, from the physical world, from the vital world, from the world of darkness, ignorance, from the world of inconscient, from the world of complete blindness, so many different different adverse forces, they are there. Undivine forces, they are there. And they become our advisor. And they immediately want to catch you because they have their own programs. So they want that when you become aware of the movements of life, so immediately they will give you suggestions. Go there, do this, eat this, all this. And then, one day what will happen? You will follow them, and then the consequences of that, the fruit of that will come to you, and that will make your life miserable. You will start crying, complaining, why I eat that, why I did that, why I go there, why I meet that, why I make this, all these things. So then, sometimes, maybe if you are learning from your experiences, you will start controlling. No, now I will not listen to that. No, I will not do that. No, I will not go there. No, I will not do this. So this process starts with your little awakening through the experiences. So slowly, when your consciousness awake, become better, then what happens? Then you start rejecting them. No. Mind said, want to go, please give me this. And you say, go, keep quiet. Body said, keep quiet. Mind said, vital said, all these things. You said, no, keep quiet. I know where I want to go, what I want. So in that way, slowly, when you selecting, rejecting, choosing, refusing, saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, one day you met inside you, you're very like a well-wisher, you're very that advisor who really knows how to make the journey of your life blissful, joyful, peaceful. And then you start listening the advice of that. It can be your soul, it can be your psychic, it can be your higher nature, potential, mind, whatever. There are so many higher advisors are inside. And when you start following those higher inner advisors, then they give you the right direction to the movements of your life. And when your journey starts with the advice of those best advisors, then your life starts filling with blissfulness, with joyfulness, with peacefulness, with all kind of pleasant things. And then your consciousness controls you. On surface level of life, our senses, they become the owner and they choose, refuse, they control. On higher level, your mind start controlling, your body start controlling, your vitals start controlling, and then your conscious start controlling. There should be a conscious control on the movements of life. When there is a conscious control on the movements of life, then your journey will be always in the right direction. Then you will not cry and complain. Then you will not feel that, oh, it is hard, it is difficult, it is impossible. Then you will not worry for your consequences and all. And slowly, your faith will grow so high that you never even bother and you will just exist with that consciousness where nothing will disturb your balance. If good news comes, then you also smile. If bad news comes, then also smile. If you have to eat, then also very good. If you not have to eat, then also very good. On that level, control. Because now you're reached to that state of consciousness where you become fully aware, conscious of yourself, that this all is a game, this all is a play. There is nothing to give importance or less importance or more importance, or there is nothing to become serious for anything. Or so step by step, life give all these, open all these states of consciousness in us.
Swamiji, so who should direct the movements in us is the psychic being.
Who is the?
The one that has to control or to do the movements is the psychic being. Because the psychic being takes us to the divine. If the mind does this control of the movements, then it takes us somewhere else. Is that the idea?
Mind is a very important, very small little part of me. That is not the truth of me. I am something like an immortal, eternal being. My psychic is a part of my eternity, my divinity. My psychic being is a living divine presence in me. So psychic, when awakens, then psychic controls the whole movements of life. Then psychic, with the influence of the psychic, our whole being starts functioning. Mind, body, vital, all this, they start growing under the influence of the psychic light, psychic being, psychic influence. So then psychic manifests the divine plan through the mind, through the body, through the emotions. They are instruments to manifest the divine plan, divine programs. But only they can manifest the divine program when they are charged with the light, influenced with the light of psychic being, psychic nature, the nature of the divine presence in us.
So the process that you were explaining yesterday about going inward, it's about finding the light of the consciousness of psychic being, not going to search the process of mental or vital, etc., etc.
As soon as the introvert process starts, introvert living starts, introvert movement starts, then the whole universe is inside us. Then the whole light, the whole knowledge, the whole truth, the whole bliss, the whole complete totality is there inside. Divinity, divine presence, divine qualities, divine powers, all is inside this box. With the journey of introvert, life starts unfolding herself and start showing you. One start feeling that. It is not something like it is something you are becoming aware. And with that awareness, some clarity comes to you. And with that clarity, your faith starts growing in you. Your trust starts growing in you. Your confidence starts growing in you. Your nature starts transforming. And this way, the process starts, and one starts feeling more blissfulness, more peacefulness, more some sort of clarities in the life. Then the dualities and the confusions, they start becoming less. One start not doubting, fear become less, doubts become less, dualities become less, confusions become less, because when one starts knowing, when your faith starts growing, when your inner starts becoming awakening, so that way a transformation process starts, and one starts becoming more better, infinite betterness. Then nothing disturbs you. Nothing very much break your balance. The same person with some more inner awakening becomes deep listener, deep observer, deep watcher, deep actor, deep reactor, deeply. Then you not only from the surface immediately become active. Deeper. You listen something, it is automatically with your that better level of consciousness. Some deeper meaning of everything comes to you. Deep listener. Then you know what to listen, what not to listen. Then you know what to speak, what not to speak. Then you start very clearly knows that what to see, what not to see. What to imagine, what not to imagine. Then everything becomes so clear and one starts feeling that. You never even imagine any useless, meaningless things. You not even speak any useless, meaningless words. You not even listen any stupid, useless, meaningless things. Your movements of life are controlled automatically. Something in the nature transforms, and the same person who was so vital, so mental, always active in many things, becomes so calm, so quiet, so silent, so peaceful, and living in harmony, creating harmony. Nothing disturbs your harmony. Your harmony starts growing. And when your harmony starts growing, it means that now you are fully connected with the truth of you.
Can I say that intuition is the voice of psychic? Intuition? Can I say that intuition is the voice of psychic?
As soon as something in the psychic nature, psychic awakening starts, then there are many inner faculties, inner forces. They start opening, becoming active. And one of them is intuitive force, intuitive mind. We have many minds inside. Intuitive mind. Intuitive mind also sometimes, the idea of life is that we should live with the intuitions, not with the knowledge. Animals, they live with their intuitions. They have no knowledge of anything. Understand? All the life, animal life, lives so wonderful, so beautiful. Intuitions. When anything happens, they have intuitions before. Last, when the tsunami came here in India, few years back, animals not die. All the birds, all the animals, only those animals dies who were tied. So, even when the earthquake comes, all the animals, they start feeling very strongly. They immediately leave their place. All animal kingdom lives with intuitions. We are imperfect being on the way to perfection, and when there will be little perfection will come, then our intuition will become start. Intuitive mind, they will become active. One start feeling intuitions. And that intuition which will come from your deep intuitive nature, that intuitions, they will lead your life, give the directions to the movements of your life. We should reach to that state to live with the intuitions, not with the knowledge, not with the ideas. Now we are living with the ideas, informations. The present surface level of life is with habits, desires, ideas, informations. Information is not a knowledge. said, we are blessed, we are like privileged with lots of forces. When nature gave us this opportunity to born, then many higher forces they came, we are carrying them in us. We are not aware of our forces, but sooner or later, one day, we will become aware of our powers. One of our power is a power to dream. Why these forces, why these powers are given to us? Because we born to create. We born to participate in this creation. Because even see one flower, one tree, one stone, one plant, anything, everything is trying to participate in this creation and trying to make this creation more vast, more better, more beautiful, more something. So we are also, like in nature, part of the creation, born to create. And to create, we are carrying lots of forces, and one of the forces, the power to dream. This is our power to dream. The dreaming is a creative power. First I have to become aware, conscious of my powers. Then with consciousness I have to learn how to use this power to dream. And when one will consciously use this power to dream, then with that you can create whatever you want. We have created gods with this dreaming power. Power to dream, power to imagine with your imagination is so powerful. If you can imagine, you can create Allah, Christ, Buddha, Rama, Krishna, anyone with your power of imagination. With your devotion, with your imagination, with your dreaming power. So whatever you will dream, that will become reality sooner or later. So when one wants to go to sleep, before that, if you can make your dream something, any dream, whatever, so that dream will become reality, either in the sleep, either without sleep.